Hello everyone. In this session, we are breaking down the essential building blocks of IS audit practice, the standards, guidelines, professional ethics, and the Information Technology Assurance Framework, ITAF. Let's simplify each component so you understand not just what they are, but why they matter. Let's get started. Let's first understand what do we mean by ISACA Audit and Assurance Standards Framework. This framework focuses only on audit and assurance work, meaning mandatory requirements, what auditors must follow, minimum performance expectations, reporting requirements, ethical and professional behavior expected from IS auditors. The purpose is to ensure IS audits are consistent, reliable, and performed with due care. ISACA organizes its guidance into three layers. First one is standard, second, guidelines, and third, tools and techniques. Let's understand them one by one. Standards, which are mandatory. They set the minimum level of performance an auditor must meet. They also tell management what to expect and guide CISA professionals on the level of professionalism they must maintain. Guidelines. Guidelines are not mandatory, but they help interpret and apply those standards. If an auditor chooses a different approach, they should be ready to justify it. And the last is tools and techniques, which are examples of how auditors might perform their work. In summary, standards tell you what must be done, guidelines tell you how it can be done, tools show you how others do it. There are three categories of ISACA standards: general, performance, and reporting. Let's understand them one by one. General standards: how auditors must behave. They set the ethical, professional, and competency expectations from every IS audit engagement. Performance standards: how the audit must be done. They guide planning, execution, supervision, evidence gathering, and the formation of conclusions. Reporting standards: how results must be communicated. They define the requirement for audit reports, key messages, communication style, and follow-up actions. ISACA's Code of Ethics defines how auditors should behave. An auditor must safeguard confidentiality, avoid conflicts of interest, act with professionalism, and continuously improve their competence. Ethics apply both inside and outside the workplace. ISACA members and certification holders must encourage compliance with standards and procedures for effective governance. They should work with objectivity and diligence. They should maintain confidentiality. Safeguard confidentiality unless disclosure is required by legal authority. Such information shall not be used for personal benefit or released to inappropriate parties. They should have competence. They should only take those activities which they can complete with the necessary skill set they have. Accurate reporting. Knowledge sharing with all the stakeholders. Serve stakeholders' interest. They should maintain high standards of conduct and character and not discredit their profession. Let's understand ITAF. ITAF stands for Information Technology Assurance Framework. It is a broader and complete framework that includes audit and assurance standards, definitions, auditor roles and required competencies, professional expectations, guidance on planning, performing, and reporting audits, best practices across the entire audit lifecycle. ITAF scope is wider. It is not just standards, but the whole ecosystem of concepts, principles, skills, practical guidance, tools and techniques, quality expectations. The purpose is to act as a full reference model for IT audit and assurance as a profession. Let's conclude Audit and Assurance Standards Framework and ITAF. Audit and Assurance Standard frameworks cover the rules auditors must follow. On the other hand, ITAF is a complete handbook that defines the profession and how audits should be done. Standards are mandatory, guidelines are optional, but deviations must be justified. Tools are examples only. Ethics violations override technical steps. ITAF is application based, not memorization based. That means ITAF is not about remembering the chapters. It's about knowing what to do when you are auditing. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, share and subscribe for more content on internal audit, SOX and risk management. Make sure you tap the notification icon. That way you will get every update and never miss any of the new content. See you in the next session.